it's Elise here at Bowman Library with a whole new middle grade book spotlight. So for this week, as we start to get ready for Halloween, because how crazy is it? Halloween is like fast approaching. It's literally like next week. I don't know where time went. It like is flying. But to help us start getting into that Halloween spirit, if you're not already there, or maybe this will push you a little bit further, we are going to be exploring some of my favorite thrillers. Now, I do want to throw in a disclaimer here, because I am of a mindset, a belief, that you can have a book that maybe isn't your traditional thriller, but it can have you having those moments. Like when I think of a thriller, I think of a book that leaves me thinking, you're wondering, you're right there with the character, you're trying to turn the page as fast as you can because you want to know what's going to happen. Yeah, that doesn't have to be in a scary book all the time. We have some today that aren't your scary books. We do have some that are though. So take a look at these 6 with me, because our first one we're going to start with is not really your traditional thriller, but I do promise it's pretty thrilling. That would be Project 1065. So it's 1943, and Michael is living in Nazi Germany with his family. Now, the reason why they're there is Michael's father is actually the Irish ambassador to Germany. So they're actually from Ireland. They're there in an official capacity, and Michael tries his best to fit in with other boys his age, to make friends, go to school, and he even joins the youth organization Hitler Youth. That's what the boys in Nazi Germany were expected and pretty much required to join. But here's the kicker. Here's where it starts to get into this thriller-esque aspect. The only reason why he's actually in the Hitler Youth isn't necessarily to make friends, but it's because, are you ready? His parents are actually spies. Okay, so they're spying for the Allied nations, and they have a mission that they have figured out that Michael is the only one who can actually complete it. Now, all he needs to do is he needs to find the plans to a secret and deadly aircraft that the Germans are having designed and built. Right? Easy peasy. Yeah, okay. It's going to be way more dangerous and way more intense than anyone could have known. You'll be on this thrilling edge of your seat ride with Michael as you learn and you go through this experience that he has during World War II in Project 1065. Doll Bones is our next one. So Zach, Poppy, and Alice, they are best friends who are 12 years old, and they're trying to cling to their favorite childhood memories by playing with old toys such as action figures, dolls, Barbies, and more in this made-up game they have created. Now, the main character of this game is the Queen. It's this creepy China doll that belongs to Poppy's mother, and it's off limits. They're not allowed to play with it. When Zach's dad, though, decides it's time for Zach to grow up, he throws out all of Zach's toys. Zach is furious, and they decide they need to play one more final game, which is going to involve the Queen, which again is off limits. So their friends then find out, though, why the Queen is off limits. They soon quickly learn that the Queen has been communicating with Poppy at night, and that the doll is actually not just your normal doll. Doll is actually filled with the ashes of a dead girl whose name is Eleanor. And Poppy has been told at night in these dreams that the Queen has been communicating with her that if they do not bring the Queen to Ohio and find Eleanor's grave and bury her properly, that the Queen is going to start to make Zach, Poppy, and Alice's life miserable. So what do they decide to do? The 3 friends decide they're gonna do this, and they start this journey, and it's gonna be scarier because there are unexplained events that are going on, and they start happening, and they have no idea even if they're gonna get there alive. You will be, again, on the edge of your seat, along with the journey with these 3 best friends as they go through an experience none of them ever saw coming. They didn't imagine that this would be the possibility, but you will be right there with them as they go through this outcome to see if they're even successful. Doll Bones. Camp Murder Face. So, while her parents are dealing with their divorce, Corin is sent to Camp Sweetwater for the summer. Now, sounds like a nice place, right? Okay, so she soon becomes friends with Tez, who is chronically ill, which means she is sick all the time. Tez wants to be there, while Corin does not. So right there, kind of already have separate things going. The first night they are there, though, they both see this eerie, creepy face in the bonfire, and no one else sees it. And then things just start to get creepier from there as they start to notice things that make zero logical sense. They decide they need to start figuring out what exactly is going on at this camp, and when they then start digging into the history and they start turning up secrets of this camp and the land that the camp is currently on, they start to realize that there is way more stuff going on, and there are legitimate reasons to be scared. So if you like your books with a dose of extreme creepy and some scary, pick this one up. It is the first one in a series. We do have book 2, okay? So if you want like a good creepy series, summer camp of all places, when you're stuck away from your family, Camp Murder Face. Fuzzy Mud by Louis Sachar. And Louis Sachar, he can write some pretty thrilling stuff. So it's the same guy who wrote Holes. Fuzzy Mud. So Tamaya and Marshall decide they are going to take a shortcut home one day from school through the woods so they can avoid Chad, the bully who likes to beat them up. But unfortunately for them, they take this shortcut and it doesn't work, because Chad sees them and he starts to chase them through said woods. While they are trying to avoid Chad, though, all 3 of them, so Chad is included in this, they soon find themselves in this weird mud that's in the middle of the forest, and they quickly start to realize that this isn't just your normal mud. In fact, it's not mud. It is actually a biofuel that's been dumped in the forest that's extremely dangerous to pretty much any life form on Earth, including humans, and then things start to get out of control. Now, this book reads at an extremely fast pace. You'll find yourself wondering, like, if something like this actually did happen, could you actually protect yourself? What would you do in order to protect yourself? And think about some of the stuff that's gone on, like, over the past, couple of years. Yeah, I mean, we all kind of found ourselves wondering different things. This is one of those things that you can ponder. Almost, it's enough of a story that it's, not real enough, but at the same time, there are aspects that could actually happen, which make it even that much more thrilling. Fuzzy Mud. Splendors and Gloom. So it's London in 1860s, and for Clara's 12th birthday, her parents hire Christine. And he's this puppeteer. He comes to entertain her and her friends at her party. That evening, though, Clara disappears. And Grisney and his orphaned assistants, Lizzie, Rose, and Parsifal, they are all the prime suspects. I mean, it has to be them, right? They're maybe the last people to see her, and her friends aren't going to take her. But it is when Grisney disappears that it's going to be up to his 2 assistants to not only find Clara in order to clear their names, but they need to find the puppeteer, Grisney, as well. And as they start to search and investigate, they are then sucked into this creepy world filled with secrets they never thought possible. If you like puppets and marionettes, think Pinocchio, or if you think they are creepy, I mean, you're already then at a creepy place to begin with, you will find this book creepy, especially if you think puppets and marionettes are creepy. Oh, wait, you're in creepier for you. If you like a good creepy mystery, this is Splendors and Gloom. And our last one is Witchwood. So in the land of Witchwood, orphaned 12-year-old Laylee has the job of washing dead bodies. And she has an important job because these bodies have to be cleaned in order to help them transition to the next world. This used to be a job of honor, but it no longer is, and it's starting to wear Laylee down, and she's starting to be drained of her magic, because you have to have magic to do this job. It's when 2 others named Alice and Oliver arrive, though, that they soon realize that Laylee is in worse shape than what she's letting on and what anyone thought, and if she dies, then things will just get worse, because there will be no one left to help transition the dead. And just imagine from now, I mean, what the possibilities of that would be. This is filled with ghosts, there's magic, There's horror, there's chilling scenes, there's grotesque descriptions, and I will tell you, this is not for the light of heart, but if you don't mind a book that might gross you out a little bit, which would? So these are just 6 of the thrilling books that we have here at the library that I highly recommend. And they don't have to be scary. Yeah, you don't have to be scary to have a thrilling book. But we do have some of those as well. So if you're looking for a good scare, a good thrill, come on down to the library, check out one of these, or we can help you find whatever that perfect book is you're looking for. I hope you have an amazing week, and I hope you tune back next week for a whole new middle grade book spotlight.